Because now we're talking. Talk.
That's it. You should have this show called Now We're Talking.
Oh, yeah.
I woke up and this is nice, but now we're talking. You're like, oh, dang, this is going to be some serious stuff going on here.
I wonder, that has to be some sort of news program already, doesn't it?
I mean, for sure. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Probably a lot of failed programs.
Yeah.
We're called Now We're Talking.
Only we'd get to a lot of times where we could probably say that.
Yeah. Now we're
we talked about going into meth psychosis a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was really talking.
That's the time where you're really talking.
Now we're really talking, you know. That when you're really like hashing out a plan.
Yeah.
Really seeing it, like kind of like seeing a vision unfold, you know, in your mind. That's really talking, man.
That really is. Or it's a bunch of kids that are all like 3 years old being able to speak for the first time.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Now look who's now talking now.
Yeah.
look who's now really talking.
Look who talks now sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. It's like, look who's fat now. It's Kirste Alley. It's weird that Kirste Alley was like the first celebrity that got like that treatment where it was like, oh God, she's disgusting now. Like that happened like early. It was like in the 90s that happened.
The funny thing is right away you said treatment, and I thought that you were talking about like going the opposite way, where she got like lap band surgery.
No.
You're like, no,
she did through Jenny Craig.
Yeah,
she was the Jenny Craig spokeslady.
Imagine going through a treatment though and coming out just ugly.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
You're like, yeah, she was the first famous person to get the ugly treatment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she was sick of being beautiful.
Yeah,
she was sick of John Travolta always trying to get after it, dude.
How do I stop John Travolta?
Yeah. First of all, by being a woman. You're off to a great start, Kirstie. The only treatment that would really mess that up is if you go in and become a man, and then John Travolta.
Well, she tried.
She may as well have been. Yeah. By my standards. That is funny though, because like nowadays there's like all these like clickbait stuff where it's like, oh, the actress from Full House looks like dog crap now. It's like she's fat now. It's like she's 60 years old. Like she's just aging like a normal woman. But for some reason, Kirste Alley was like the first one. Was like, oh man, she's fat and gross.
Yeah,
it was weird.
That is funny.
Yeah, poor lady. I don't think she deserved it.
Who is the lady that? Oh, Ricki Lake. She went the opposite way.
Ricki Lake is like one of those names that I've heard, but I have zero idea what that person did. I also thought it was a guy forever. I didn't know Ricki Lake was a lady.
I'm pretty sure it was like a Jerry Springer type show.
Okay.
More like Maury. It wasn't as ridiculous as Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
But I'll never, like, ICP had lyrics. They're like, go up to this girl and told her if she lost a little weight, she'd look like Ricki Lake. Oh, now we got to talk about fat guys.
Yeah, we should balance it out.
Jelly Roll. Well, he's
Jelly Roll.
He's going opposite.
Not only is Jelly Roll disgusting, but his fan base is repulsive.
his fan base is all the converted juggalos.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Jelly Roll fans are all converted juggalos. That's just what they went to.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they skipped, like they save up all year to like go see monster trucks. And they're like, Jelly Roll this year, kids. We can't do both. We watched. I don't know why I watched it, but I watched like the Jelly Roll like documentary or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's funny because it's like all of his fans are like. It's not funny. Like it is like I think he is like helping people in a way.
He's like a nice guy.
He seems like a good guy, and it seems like his fans like all like they all are just like victims of like fentanyl death and all that. Like it's like rough. And I think he does like inspire them, but also then he's like, yeah, Jelly Roll, he still gets a little messed up every now and then. It's like, it seems like he's like an alcoholic still.
Oh yeah,
and he's like,
he just doesn't do that. Actually surprised me too, just to learn that, because they're like, yeah, we were partying with Jelly Roll. I'm like, he seems like not a party.
Yeah, I thought the whole thing is that he's not a party. He's like recovered in Christ and like it seems like he might be slightly grifting.
Yeah,
slightly grifting. Now, look, if he's helping people, then it's a good grift. It's a better grift than most.
You can stay off. If you can stay off heroin, though,
Yeah,
Because
I
I'm thinking
know.
that was just like drinking.
Yeah, I know.
There are times where
there is a difference between doing heroin and just having a few drinks. I understand.
There are times where I've heard people though go like, "Yeah, Jelly Roll had some like original acid."
Yeah, I know, and I'm like, it seems kind of wild.
Yeah.
there was like a trailer lady like crying in his arms before the show, and then he's like tying off in the green room 2 minutes later. It's like the juxtaposition of those two things feels slightly grimy to me.
That is true. I was thinking about it the other day though, and truly, like, alcoholism and drinking is supported by the churches, like, pretty hard.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that I was thinking of, like, if you think of all the miracles that Jesus did, like, during his life, one of them was, like, Lazarus, he was a dead man that Jesus brought back to life. That was, like, one of his miracles.
Yes.
And then they're like, he cured a guy of leprosy and blindness. And then his other miracle was there was no wine at the wedding.
Yeah, dude.
So it's just like, I'll get this party started.
Yeah, exactly.
And people are like, this is a miracle. This party sucks.
I mean, you drink wine in church. Like, this is the fluid of Christ. It's like,
Yeah.
have at it, you know?
The fluid of Christ. That sounds a little different.
Have Christ fluids.
The fluid of Christ.
Dude. It'd be funny if the body of Christ was just like bar pretzels.
I was trying to figure out what that would be.
just like dots. Yeah. Those like stale, cold popcorn.
That's North Dakota. That's North Dakota communion.
That is. Dots, absolutely.
Dots, pretzels. I'm trying to think what. Does anyone. And a beer from Junkyard?
Yeah,
that's actually
right.
Minnesota.
Right.
What would,
Drecker, probably. I feel like Drecker is the most famous one.
Yeah.
I feel like. Seems like that's one. Whenever I mention Fargo, and if I'm talking to somebody who is also an alcoholic, they talk about that.
Dude, we were in Vegas at like a sketchy bars away from the strip and away from what the other part I can't think of. But you know what I'm talking about.
Fremont? Yeah, yeah.
And we went like off of both of those to just, they're like, this is a cool bar, it's sketchy.
Yeah.
And there was guys just like sitting there and they're like, you're from Fargo? Check it out. Wearing Drecker hats.
I know, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not
and I was like, oh, have you been to Fargo? They're like, no, we ordered this.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
even wilder though, to find that ad.
Oh, for sure.
And order it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some bartender. I mean, dude, when I was in Vegas, to try to remember like a solid like 1 minute block of conversation with someone, pretty much impossible. But that guy, there's some bartender like in the Golden Nugget where I was staying was from Fargo, and I think maybe.
Oh, really?
I don't remember what we were talking about. Who knows, man?
Very interesting.
Yeah, that was not great. I'm not proud of a lot of stuff, you know.
That's surprising. You're always so full of yourself.
Yeah, you would think with my incredible hubris that. Oh, man.
All the time, I only hear you just positive vibes.
Yeah,
You're pretty much the Jelly Roll Fargo.
Yeah, I'm like the living embodiment of like a live, laugh, love ornament.
Ornament.
I love it, dude.
Live, Laugh, Love was pretty much made just for women to put in their kitchens on the wall.
A lot of like Kirste Alley looking women will have the live,
Yes,
laugh,
yes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, man. But that being said, we shouldn't be too harsh on the ladies. You know, they need to.
Also, men do that too. Only men don't go to get their pre-made meals from the fridge and see "Live, Laugh, Love" by the wall.
That's
on
true.
the wall in cursive.
Yeah, there's probably just like you could see where like a fist has gone through some drywall. That's the live, laugh, love for men. Yeah. Like every like single man's place, there's like there's one fist that's gone through the drywall. Yeah. Probably for something that did not warrant it. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
It's actually it's right by the "Live, Laugh, Love" sign. They're just so mad from the night before.
Yeah.
They go to grab another Miller Lite and look at their "Live, Laugh, Love," which is a hole in the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
While their wife like gets up to go to work and gets her Jenny Craig meal.
Yeah. His Hunger Man tips over on the floor and lands face down.
Hungry Man XXL. He's like, I'm going to eat this watching wrestling tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Booker T. Remember him?
Yeah, exactly.
Booker T was the spokesman. He's in WWE.
We have to watch wrestling even though it's in town because we went to Jelly Roll last week.
Thanks a lot. Boom.
Hope you appreciate that, Meredith. And then the Hungry Man's just kind of teetering. His screaming vibrates it. It goes down. And the drywall gets the brunt of it, bud.
Oh, yeah.
That poor drywall.
Yeah, you just see it spinning around in the microwave and just shaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Just gets extra heated. The Salisbury steak.
Dude. I
forgot to cut the slit in the top.
Yeah, dude. I don't think I ever actually ate one of those.
Oh, I have.
You've gotten down with the Hungry Man's?
I've ate one. I know. Well, like those in the banquet meals, just every once in a while.
Banquet pot pies we used to crush.
The banquet pot pies were awesome. The Salisbury steak one I actually did like quite a bit.
Really?
And then there was a fried chicken.
I don't know if I could do it.
The mashed potatoes in those were actually pretty good.
Really?
Real buttery.
I'll trust you on that. I don't think I'm gonna experiment, but
No, I don't think that I'd probably still try it now.
I mean, I'd try it. You know,
Yeah.
you ever been to like a mixed baby shower, like where you have to do like the baby shower stuff? Not you ever do an interracial baby shower? It is uncomfortable.
No, well, surprisingly not.
It goes against basically everything I believe.
That is really funny how you got to be watch what you say on. Sometimes it's like, you ever been to a mixed baby shower?
Okay,
Like,
a co-ed baby shower, I guess is the way to put it.
Yeah.
So that's one thing there. Like, I've only been to one. I've only been to one baby shower ever in my life, I guess. And obviously it would be a mixed one.
You're just dressed up like a woman. You're going undercover to see what they do at
Right,
those things.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, I knew you guys were experimenting with one another. It's like, she's pregnant, guys.
At the baby showers, they're just like, how do we get rid of the male species?
Yeah, exactly. That's all it is, dude. This is a plan for male genocide, dude. We get rid of these awful men that made my girl fat. My best friend's walking around like Kirste Alley over here.
I was just gonna say.
Meanwhile, Glenn is off drinking with the boys in Vegas.
Yeah, Kirstie Alley actually made the first baby shower for her friend.
Yeah, she wasn't even pregnant.
She's like, we need to get rid of men.
Yeah.
After what they said about me after my downfall.
That would be funny. Every time a girl gains weight, you'd have to throw a shower for her.
Just to scrub her down.
And now for the main event of the shower, shower, where we get into the crevices and really do a fine job. As your friend, we feel like we need to clean you up nice.
I know a couple guys we could do that too.
Oh, man, there's a lot of guys that like to hose down.
Yeah, that's the thing is then guys have the diaper parties, and we actually, for most of our friends that need diaper parties, we actually need to get them real diapers.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And scrub them down even harder.
Yeah. I think that's the way to do it.
That would be funny for men for having diaper parties. It's just a ritual where we make them wear a diaper in front of us.
Yeah, exactly. And just drink a bunch of beers. Like, you don't get to take that thing off. And then you have to weigh it at the end, and then you keep track of it. You know.
How many Curricks is this?
It's pretty gross, but it's kind of a fun idea. We should do a keg race with diapers. And then whoever has the heaviest diaper at the end, I don't know what the prize. I mean, I guess the prize is maybe you get to leave. you get to go home.
Otherwise, you need to stay there.
Yeah.
Until each day we weigh the heaviest diaper.
It's good by days. Yeah, you get to be unshackled from this event.
Just rashed up.
Oh man. That'd be fun though.
Yeah.
I'd be cheating though, dude. I'd be going in the bathroom just dumping water down there, dude.
We're peeing.
Oh, well, it's gonna be both. You can't take it off. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you could probably, if you just had a bunch of beer or something and you didn't have actual solid food.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any food involved.
They have that way a lot.
It's gonna be kind of a cleanse.
Having to take the diaper off every day and weigh it in front of it. I guess you could just keep it on and weigh your whole self.
I mean, that is true. That is true.
Funnier to have to.
It would suck if you had a really good metabolism because you just keep losing weight. You're like, guys, my metabolism is too good for this. I have to get naked. Yeah. Everyone's like, buddy, we're not doing that. That's weird. It's like, no, I have to take this diaper off in front of you guys.
Yeah. It'd be funny to be like, no, that's weird. They're like, we're all keep wearing diapers.
Yeah, we're locked in your basement
to be the
defecating ourselves for sport.
To be the first one to want to take off the diaper is probably makes you the most sane.
Yeah, for sure. It's It's like finally someone has a good idea. Oh, that's hilarious, dude. we just gotta do this and then just get our buddies to do it around us, and then we'll just actually kind of not do it and observe.
Yeah, we're the referees. We got to make sure that everyone's...
Yeah. I mean, this is a very involved event, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you can't trust that people aren't going to be trying to bend the rules.
We actually come in just wearing referee-colored thongs.
They're like, that's not a diaper.
Yeah, you weirdos. We're in charge. We're running this thing.
It's like it's a baby thong.
Definitely, it would weigh the less. We find someone that just has weights in their diaper, and we're like, disqualified. You're here for longer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the first prize is a golden baby thong. It's like, first of all, why are there baby thongs? It's like we invented them. This is a marketing ploy.
Yeah, we have it all live streamed.
Mm-hmm. We're like, see how disgusting diapers are?
Yeah.
Look at this mess. You need a baby thong.
Yeah. And people say that men are disgusting.
Yeah, we're just helping everybody out.
Yeah. Loser has to go give Kirste Alley a bath.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You have to go to the Kirste Alley shower. Where the main event is cleaning an obese woman. Now, the opposite shower is fellas getting together, strapping on diapers and doing keg races. While being refereed by men in baby thongs.
That truly is. The dynamics between men and women is insane.
I mean, I think that pretty much sums it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, now we're talking.
That is true. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
Oh. Oh. That is. Everyone is obese at the male one, too. Just we have that clear.
Yeah, of course. I mean, these are...
Don't want people to think that we're
yeah, no, we're talking about
sexist.
like... That was like a given, that these are like gross, like middle-aged men.
It's us, so yes.
It's us. It's gross guys who honestly, a woman could be 600 pounds and still be less disgusting than
us, for sure.
So let's just get that disclaimer up there right now.
Yeah, that's like when people at the end of different games on, I don't know, playing online, they're like GG.
Yeah.
It means like good game. It means gross guys for us.
Yeah, gross guys. GG.
GG. Gross guys.
Every time you say something bad about a woman, no, GG though, GG. It's like she was a real pig. Oh, GG though, GG.
GG.
Totally
GG.
GG, obviously GG. It's like, oh, you can't be mad at me. GG.
GG. Yeah, that's the cure-all.
It is, man.
That just erases everything you just said.
Yeah, we gotta find a way to get that to stick, man.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Which also makes you a GG. If you make something stick.
Yeah, you're a gross guy.
You just have a popsicle stick on your side.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, the reason I was talking about that baby shower to begin with.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about the hungry man, and that made me think of I went to a baby shower and they do like the baby food tasting. You have to like guess or whatever.
Oh,
and like my friend's like sister was like running the baby shower because my friend's baby shower, hers.
yeah.
And she's like, you have to do it. I'm like, I'm not eating cold. I'm not gonna eat this baby food or whatever. So I was just like, when I went around, I just went downstairs in the bathroom, just sat on my phone for 10 minutes. I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to eat like cold baby food.
What baby? Yeah, you heat mine up.
Yeah, exactly.
What kind of?
Give me some milky milk. Go prepare a bottle for me.
What kind of baby food did they have? They're like, what's this? Applesauce.
Yeah.
What's this one?
Carrot. Peas. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's just like mushed up. You know, I'm sure I would have won.
Yeah.
Like, it was me versus a bunch of women. Obviously, I was going to win. I mean, GG, but, you know, like, I was...
Gross guy.
I was going to crush the women in, like, really any competition.
Well,
but,
and food tasting.
oh, yeah, dude. These girls were all bulimic.
No, they'd get to try it twice then.
Yeah, but they'll be ashamed to, like, know it, you know? I mean, they'll pretend they don't know the taste of the food.
That's true. I don't know what a carrot tastes like.
GG, but... I'm going to abuse that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, in our conversation corner.
Yeah, good stuff, dude.
Oh, looking at some of these signs on here, the Origami Club.
That's sick, dude.
We should join that.
That's sick, man.
We can make origami diapers for our next diaper party.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get the boys together for some origami. get the fellas together. It's like fellas, you want to do origami, but you're worried about your masculinity. Interesting origami. Where you and the guys get together and fold up some paper.
And then wear it.
Yeah, and then you wear it on yourself for many days. And you weigh it at the end of each day. But here's just the heaviest. You're free. You've been released.
Funny thing is, us just to let them free. Well, they'd be in on it. It's not like we actually are kidnapping them.
No, I mean,
only they'd probably sprint away.
They could try.
That would be funny though.
It's gonna be hard with the shackles.
It's one of those things where, like, they're like, the ladies are all getting together for a fun time this weekend. They're like, what are the guys doing? Oh, we got it. Oh, Josh and I, we got it planned.
Yeah, we are. Our gimp costumes are ready to go.
They come in for a diaper party and we just have ball gigs.
You boys ready for a weird time? Rip up those tickets to Vegas, boys.
I know we got you. I know we had you all pay for tickets to Vegas.
Yeah, you will be reimbursed
with fun.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be worth it. The experience will be basically the same.
This isn't what you guys did in Vegas.
It's like, all right, we got some ladies coming over, guys, so be prepared. And it's just ladies just dressed up as babies, just very obese women in diapers.
Big, the lollipops is on their head.
It's just drinking 2 liters of milk. I'm like, pretty hot, right, boys?
Just sitting in the corner pouring it on themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Better than that common Fremont Street trash.
Yeah. That's pretty equivalent.
It's like we got some hot babes coming over. Don't you worry about it.
2 of them even still have their arms.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many people, dude. Fremont Street, I don't know what the percentage of people that have deformed like arms or legs.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah, how do they all end up there?
Well, I mean, there's only a few places where you can fit in, you know.
That is true. But also, how do you get down there? I wonder if that has to do with some of the testings of the atomic bombs in that area.
I mean, it seems like there should be a correlation there of some kind, right?
Because there should be people that are little people whose arms only go to where their elbow should be.
Yeah.
Playing the drums that are just actually turned down, upside down buckets.
Yes. There's a lot of that.
In other places of the world.
Yeah, there probably are. Every country probably has their spot like that. But Vegas, that's ours, you know, and like Times Square.
Yeah, and north of the Bismarck.
Yeah, and you know, kind of everywhere, I guess. I guess the current state of America lends itself to this kind of like art form.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Banging on the bottoms of on the bottoms of pails with your little arms. That's late stage capitalism, Blaise. That's where all roads lead to a little person banging on
banging on buckets.
Yeah, that's what it's just gonna be from here on out. I think, you know.
Yeah, and then
which I support, by the way.
Yeah,
I think that's great.
Yeah, you got what else are you gonna bang on?
Yeah, it's way better that you're using a bucket.
Yeah.
You're using like an inanimate object. Like there's no violence involved.
True, and then you have just then you just have a person dressed as a baby dancing around you.
Yeah, which is great.
And then you just see hot beefcakes walk around,
yeah.
being like, "Want to take a picture?"
Yeah, and I keep my eyes straight. I'm like, I don't care about those hot guys.
I'm pretty sure I had them lift me up one time.
Yeah, I bet you did. You're a little more comfortable than I am, Blaise.
I'm talking about the person with half the limbs.
Let me jump into your arms. Like, I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't have elbows.
Yeah, well, you need to carry me off Fremont Street like one of those 90s movies endings. Oh, dude, when I was on Fremont Street, there was a Trump who was I guess to put this was smooth down there, like fully castrated.
Yep.
Trump. That was the most interesting one.
That's actually.
It's like I'm not sure if this is like supposed to be like a statement against Trump, or if this is just like a guy, a person, I guess, who who finds this slightly arousing. I'm not.
Yeah.
I couldn't decide. You know.
It's actually Kirstie Alley.
It was Kirstie Alley. It was Kirstie Alley.
She's really catching some straight. Well, Kirste Alley, you think that she would be happy that we're talking about it? She's like, I'm finally in the limelight
this
again.
This is kind of an any publicity is good publicity kind of situation for her at this point.
Even when she got bigger, though, she kind of had something about her that.
She's a pretty lady.
She's in a show called Look Who's Talking.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Oh, I was gonna say that's
the Look Who's Talking. That was her and John Travolta.
Yeah, and Look Who's Talking Now, and Look Who's Talking Too.
Yeah, that was quite the franchise for a second.
Yeah,
there, man. Yeah. It was like I remember watching that movie like when I was very young. I have not seen it since. All I remember is like John Travolta was a pilot, and like they were poor and they had kids running around. He was like yelling at them. I don't know. It was. I don't know. And then that's who's talking was actually a baby. It's like this is baby is talking now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I wish I remembered anything about this movie other than that.
Yeah. Well, I think he covered the basis of it.
I mean, I'm sure it's not great, you know. But what a time for film. I mean, they got 3 movies out of that. I bet all of them were in theaters too. I mean,
dude, John Travolta. Not to spread any rumors, he could have gone on some hard tea because his head seems to have gotten a lot bigger since the head.
Yeah, I don't know. Man.
He was going for like the home run challenge against Mark McGwire. If you look at how his body blew up.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That guy can dance though, man.
Oh yeah.
That guy's got fast feet.
I wonder how long that you do steroids for before you get the roid rage. Or is it just all, like, depending on how much you do?
I bet that has a lot to do with it. And I would just assume the longer you do it, like, the more, like, mental decline. And then, therefore, you're then more susceptible to probably flying into a rage.
That is true.
You know,
flying out of your car.
Right. That's how it is with all drugs, I think. 'Cause I think right away, you could do drugs, like, a little bit. Like, the first couple times, it's, like, kind of always fun.
Yeah.
And then... like the positive effects or like what was seemingly a positive effect starts to wane. And then all you're left with is the negative. You know what I mean? I think that probably happens with steroids. And then we all know what happens. It's not pleasant to talk about how that ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You put a couple people in some different holds.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
What was Chris Benoit's one submission?
I don't
hold?
know. You're a professional wrestling guy. I never really watched that stuff too much.
Dude,
it was hot. It got hot when I was like 8 years old, where like everybody was into it for a second.
Oh yeah,
it had some crazy like.
That's because it was Raw as War.
Wait, what is that?
That was like when they just started doing the ridiculous, crazy, like this is for adults, not just kids.
Oh, I see.
And then they're like Raw is War, and that's when it went insane with like. The Rock and Stone Cold and people just flipping each other off and doing the suck it sign with D-Generation X.
Goldberg and the Giant.
Goldberg, that came a little bit after Raw's War because he was WCW and Raw's War was WWF.
Yeah, and then there was NWO.
Yeah, NWO, WCW.
Yeah.
And it pretty much just turned into everyone from the WCW going to NWO.
Yeah, I never understood what was going on.
I think that actually kind of was the thing where it was like, Raw is War, it's they're becoming badasses, and then it was like
gotcha.
And then
it challenged the other,
and then WCW is like, what are we gonna be? NWO, and that's when
it got crazy.
Yeah, that's when Hulk Hogan turned heel, and he went over to spray painted the belt NWO with Kevin Nash and Scott Hall.
I'm glad you know all this.
Chris Benoit.
Somebody is listening to this and is very happy, I would assume.
Yeah, I could have that wrong too, but I knew some.
Well, in which case
stuff.
they're infuriated.
Yeah,
wrestling fans are like they're like Star Wars fans. Like if you like mess something up in the lore, they're gonna like really freak out. They're gonna have like their own kind of roid rage.
Yeah,
you know. They don't like it. They don't like when you're wrong about
They're like,
it.
I'm going to go tell Jelly Roll what you said about wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. Jelly Roll and me are going to pull up tonight.
Yeah, Jelly's not going to like what you said about wrestling.
Yeah, Jelly Roll, that guy, he loves wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Guaranteed, bro.
Yeah, dude, the crippler crossface, Chris Benoit would just hold their neck as hard as he could back. And
I mean, that's terrifying.
his other special was just to jump off the top of the belt and hit his head on him.
Yeah, maybe he had CTE too. I mean, maybe it wasn't just roids, you know?
I'm sure they both played a part.
Yeah, that's crazy to like compound roid rage with CTE. That's bad news, dude. That's not good.
See, that's the crippler crossface. Just
Good God Almighty.
oh yeah, then you just plow him with a chair.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, that was Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Well, you know, one day you're doing that, the next day, you know, you're doing something different. You know,
one's a little better than the other.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's just a diving headbutt compilation. Just boom, and every time he's like, "Oh, my head."
I mean, I mean, how good could he possibly be at that? Like, every so often, he's rocking his head.
Oh, dude, I think he rocked it every single time.
I mean, what in God's name? I mean, it is cool. I do like how crazy that is.
Yeah.
I understand why why people were looking at this and being like, we need to do something.
Yeah, you know, maybe, you know, think of how many people that he gave pure joy to besides the people that he took away from.
Yeah, exactly. Besides like, all the brain cells he killed in his own mind, and then everyone else that he wrestled with as well.
Yeah, and all the brain cells that he killed with his family.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he got a little more macro than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really expanded on that idea. Woofda.
Oh, well. Last night when we were talking about some random stuff at the mic over at Knox.
How was that? Was that outside again?
Yeah, pretty good. The outside is kind of nice because people are actually just like sitting out there.
Yeah, you have like actual like captives.
Yeah. Well, actually, they can go inside.
They can
if
go
don't like
inside.
it. And then there was one guy who didn't like a couple of my jokes.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
And he just walked away.
Oh, that's better though. Did he yell? Did he say anything, dude?
Yeah, he's.
Oh, hell yeah! I love this,
dude. He came.
I love this.
He came from the back of the area. Like he was walking by, he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
And then he came and we're like, oh, this is working out. This is why we're doing it outside to have people come
Get
here.
a nice passerby.
And then I don't know. I said something about Casey Anthony.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, oh. And I'm like, you know who Casey Anthony is? And he's like, no.
He just felt ashamed because he was just on her OnlyFans in the public bathroom.
Yeah.
Minutes before that, he was in the stall having a little alone time with Casey Anthony. And the shame.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to invite her to my diaper party.
Yeah. We were doing a Casey Anthony and diaper party.
No, I don't know. I said something about Casey Anthony, and he's like, you shouldn't talk.
Wow.
What happened? I'm like, she killed her kid.
Wow.
And he was like, what? Well, you can just do that now, huh? And I'm like, not really.
Wow, man.
And then he's like, and he just walked away.
Was he a crazy guy or was he like a regular there?
Oh, crazy guy.
Yeah. I mean, crazy.
Well, halfway's crazy guy. He looked like he worked He's one of those guys that didn't look like he lived on the street, but he definitely worked construction.
Sometimes the unbehomed, they'll wear like the reflective gear, you know?
Oh, no, he was wearing all black.
Oh, that's scary.
Just like overall. Well, like probably like an Avenged Sevenfold sweater. You know?
Okay.
Like,
Well, that's cool.
yeah. I don't know. I can't think very well.
Sure,
he
sure.
was wearing a black shirt and black ripped up pants.
Gotcha.
But it was like the cool ripped pants, not like a you live outside pants.
Okay, sure. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And he didn't care for your Casey Anthony material.
Yeah, and come on, guys. Casey Anthony, she was acquitted.
I mean, she was, you know what I mean? I mean, OJ ran around this planet for, what was like 30 years after all that?
Well, yeah, but he definitely didn't do it. No.
I mean, I believe in the letter of the law, personally.
Did you see him try to put on that glove? No way it would have fit.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It simply didn't fit.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, let the man golf.
Yeah. Did you not see him in Airplane? He's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he was a charismatic guy.
Yeah, he's another guy like. He's like Chris Benoit. You see what he did for the game of football and for movies.
Yeah, Chris Benoit, O.J. Simpson, Casey Anthony. I mean, GG, GG's, but like,
GG.
Obviously.
They're all sitting around having some wine in heaven.
Yeah, honestly. They're having some fluids of Christ up in heaven.
That is very funny. Chris Benoit, O.J. Simpson, and actually Casey Anthony is alive.
Yeah, Casey Anthony's alive and well. I saw a sketch on Instagram the other day about a guy. I can't remember who it was. They don't need it. It had a lot of likes. But about bringing Casey Anthony to like a get together.
I saw that too.
It was very funny.
Yeah, it was. It was like, is that Casey Anthony?
But the comments are great. Because people like, yeah, I work in Florida bars, and Casey Anthony's in here every day getting tanked with guys.
Yeah,
it's just like I refuse to serve her. I have my other. It's like I'd probably serve her. Yeah.
Oh, I'd serve her. Yeah. I wonder what her baby shower was like.
Man. I bet it was boozy. I bet it was a very boozy shower.
Bougie, not bougie.
Yeah.
Very Florida bougie.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's also just pictures.
What a legend, though.
There's also just pictures of her at Disneyland, and people just taking pictures, being like, "Casey Anthony looking pretty good." I was like, "What?"
I mean, here's the deal, man. Think about this, okay?
I mean, she's not ugly.
She's not ugly. She's a fun Florida woman. I mean, hanging out with Casey Anthony probably is a whole lot of fun if you have a certain way about like. I think you and I would both have fun hanging out with Casey Anthony. I don't want to speak for you on this.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. We'd have a fun night.
We're just on the beach drinking, hitting bars, hitting shots.
And then at 3 a.m. we're just like, we know you didn't do it. You don't got to tell us.
Exactly. We bring it up out of nowhere, totally ruin it. It's like you were totally going to sleep with Casey Anthony instead. We're like, Casey, you're a sweet girl. You're really pretty. You're sweet. I know you wouldn't do it. I know you wouldn't do it.
Casey.
I know.
Casey,
just sweetheart. I know you wouldn't do it.
Casey, tell me the truth.
I know you wouldn't do it.
Tell me the truth, Casey. Did you?
Yeah.
Don't hurt me.
But all of a sudden, like, 5 minutes later, I'm like, did you do it, though? She's mad at you. It's like, well, I'm not getting laid, so let's be honest. Did you do it?
I'm like, shut up, Josh. You're getting in between us.
It's like, also, are we both going to do this? Why is it just you and me and Casey Anthony? Like, what are our plans here?
Are you going to start a family with Casey Anthony?
Well, we're going to do the first part of starting a family for sure. Stage 1.
Okay.
And then stage 2 will be what we do at the end of that act, and then we'll go from there.
Are you gonna if Casey Anthony was a wrestler, would she be in the WCW, NWO, or the
the Raw one, the War one.
The Raw's War.
Yeah, she'd be in that one because that was the most like violent one, right?
Well, was her thing a violent one?
Also, that one wasn't for kids.
Neither was Casey Anthony.
They align politically.
Yeah, they both don't like children.
Yeah. This is not for kids.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah.
Well, I'd like to get back to the like earlier we were talking about Kirste Alley.
Oh sure.
She's dead.
Oh.
Yeah. So I heard. I mean, I was kind of like, oh,
thank God that we didn't hurt her feelings.
Oh man, I'm so relieved she's dead.
Oh,
thank goodness
nice.
for that.
Oh, so she's hanging out with OJ and Chris Benoit.
OJ,
Yeah.
Casey Anthony up in heaven.
Oh yeah, I
They're
forgot.
just listening to our talks, being like, these fellas.
These silly goofs.
I don't understand Chris Benoit. Like, actually, I do understand his death.
You're like, I see where he was coming from.
Yeah, I get it. No, but Chris Benoit, like the name Benoit does not. It's not tough at all. And then I think Benoit balls are something. Like, look up Benoit balls.
What's a Benoit ball?
I don't know if I can say it online.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know if I want to Google that on this computer.
It's not like baked. I'm pretty. From what I understand, Benoit balls are like for insertion. Yeah.
Okay, I think I know I think I understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
So like I wouldn't if I was a wrestler and if my actual name was Chris Benoit, I would change it to like Chris BA or something.
But how do you know?
Chris
How do you know
Badass.
he didn't coin the term for those?
Well, because they were around before he
Oh,
was.
Oh, man.
I was gonna say he could have been like, I just really want to be the spokesman for those someday.
I hope somebody calls me.
Yeah.
I hope the Ford modeling agency calls me one day and I have to do a commercial shoot for the balls that are named after me, or the balls of which I am named after.
The balls of which That's like an Edgar Allan Poe story.
Yeah. If you're named after your
Nevermore.
dad.
Yeah.
For whom the balls I am named after.
Metallica has a song for whom the balls toll.
That song is about Benoit and his wonderful product. Man, I can't believe Kirste Alley's dead. Thanks for bringing that to light, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard you guys talking about it. And
We've
I was
been really
like, I
speaking
can't
ill
believe-
of her, kind of.
Well,
Sadly.
I mean, actually, I heard it a little bit, and then I got in the car, and then I heard it a little more. And
yeah,
I was like,
it came back around a few times.
well,
Yeah.
so did Kirstie Alley.
Right.
Yeah.
Like she was, and look who's talking. Like you were describing, look who's talking too.
Oh, okay. I love that you actually know what this is about. Because I feel like I did a bad job.
I was in, I don't know, in
Love of Kirstie Alley.
a little bit. I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
she
No.
was a very attractive lady in the 80s, I think, in the early
Yes.
90s or whatever, when
Yes.
Look Who's Talking came out. I think it was like the late 80s. But yeah, she was in Cheers. She was
Really?
in-
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
She was one of the love interests of old
I thought she was
Sam
Sammy.
Malone. Yeah. Who was the coolest dude.
Okay.
Sam Malone was like the coolest.
That's a show that's actually worth watching again.
Cheers. Wouldn't it be just incredibly dated?
Dude,
Wouldn't I just get
oh,
upset
yeah.
by the references and
It-
stuff?
There's not a lot
really.
of references.
No, like,
it's
So they tried to make it timeless, perhaps.
dude, I watched it a couple years ago, and it kind of is like it's just what's going on in their world at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where they might have a couple baseball players from the Red Sox or something on there.
yeah, they'd have yeah.
Since he was a Red Sox baseball player.
Makes sense.
But other than that,
I think there was a time where like I remember growing up like being young and like the Swedish bikini team was referenced a lot for whatever reason in my childhood. Not just like
Dumb
around
and Dumber did it, right?
Me. They did the it was Hawaiian Tropics.
Oh, okay.
They
fair
pulled
enough.
up. It was a Hawaiian Tropics.
Sure,
bus.
sure.
It's like no, it's
Quay.
yeah,
really,
Quay really knows. You know your bikini teams,
Quay
brother.
is way straighter than me. Clearly, he's like, no. You were talking Hawaiian
no,
Tropics.
no. The only
I know
reason-
my bikini teams.
I've studied bikini teams quite extensively. Yeah, there's I mean, I think there's actually only 2 bikini teams. So like the actually I think when I was how many times did I say actually just then actually?
Actually, I'm not sure.
Actually, quite a few.
Actually, I'm gonna count it out when I actually re-listen to the actual show. Lee, Swedish bikini team. Had, they were all like tall blonde women in bikinis, and then the Hawaiian Tropics were like golden tan.
Yeah,
bronze.
Polynesian
yeah.
or whatever, Samoan or whatever.
Nope. The Rock was Samoan. He has like the most fit Samoan there ever was. Most Samoans look like me.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Is there
Yeah.
Polynesian? Is there also monogamizing?
That was. I'm so mad at how funny that was. Oh my gosh. I can't think of another Nesian. Like polyamory, micro machines.
What's microamory?
I don't know.
Well-
Where you only have a little.
Yes, right. I was gonna say I actually know. That was a rhetorical question.
Hey,
Yeah. Sam Malone was the man.
yeah, Sammy. Come on, Sammy.
Maybe I'll watch Cheers.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch. Well, actually, to be honest, if I say actually one more time, shoot me in the face. Actually. Sam Malone, that show was really nice because all those people are still young.
Oh, sure.
So like Woody
Ted
Harrelson,
Danson.
Ted Danson's on there. He's not the silver fox that you would recognize.
The crazy
today.
thing is, Ted Danson, even in that show, is probably in his 20s or 30s, and he looks like he's in his 40s.
People
already.
used to
Like
look
from
way
the 80s.
older.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Cliff, he might as well have been 100.
Cliff Clavin.
Yeah.
That guy was he's the voice in one of the dudes in Toy Story.
Yes.
I was like his two claim to
He's the
fames.
pig, isn't he?
I don't remember. It's weird how I know everything about Cheers, nothing about Toy Story.
Yeah,
I take that back.
I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing.
I don't know nothing about nothing. Toy Story was pretty. I don't know. I didn't enjoy Toy Story.
Really?
I'm like one of the only.
Get out.
Every
Yeah,
single
right?
person loves that.
Yeah, he played the piggy bank.
Okay, so yeah, he was the piggy bank. Yeah, he was a. I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong, it was a good movie, but like, maybe it just hit too hard.
Yeah.
You know, because I lost. I had to move across the country, and I lost one of my favorite childhood toys too.
Oh my-
and I
oh
was
my
just
God.
Like, this story is real. This story is the real. I hate it.
Mark like, gets here within 5 minutes. He's just bawling.
Yeah.
I only came here for my free therapy session.
Yep.
Oh my God, my sister's coming back.
Yeah, he saw one of his toys with all these different alien toys at Pizza Planet.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
like that. He didn't like a mixed toy situation.
It's actually
Yeah, they were.
It'd be
my
really-
one toy was on a couch, and
Yeah.
there was 3-4 bigger toys standing
actually-
behind it in white T-shirts.
it'd be funny if they just got the whole movie idea from Mark Wade's story and then turned it to a white boy. And so then it's like, that's why Mark Wade's so
Yeah.
upset about
You
it.
can tell it's from the 90s. 'Cause
Yeah.
Nowadays, it was even blacker than Mark. Wade.
I'm like, what the heck? Oh my God, I wrote that movie.
I hope Toy Story 6 has a black Andy. They just changing the whole family to black.
But it's
Barack Obama's his dad.
it would have to be live action. They'd have to make everything made into a live action movie. So they'd
That's
do
true.
live action Toy Story.
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan is Andy.
And Buzz Lightyear.
And Buzz
And,
Lightyear.
yup. And then they go back and show like the original ones, or there's like a plot or a conspiracy theory where the whole time Andy was Buzz Lightyear from the future.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, hold
because
on.
the kid was a toy.
Yeah, right. Really, the toys were the people, and it was a planet of toy
Yeah.
people.
That was the real Toy Story.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone thought it was actually about like these toys, but no. Life itself is just one big toy story.
You know what's the part that they didn't put in that could have been cut is they just go into Andy's mom's drawer and they're like, what kind of toy?
It turns it up. Oh, yeah.
What's up, Vibey?
It just starts like going across the floor. She has just so much horsepower in there.
It's a hardwood floor. Oh man,
And they
Andy's
just have-
dad goes home, slaps her. He's like, "Who scratched up the floor?"
was Andy's dad even around? I don't remember Andy's
Oh,
dad.
dude, I think she was
Yeah.
a single mom.
No, I think Andy's dad was around.
Was he?
I don't know. I have to double check that. But also, I wanted to say that
Andy's
it'd be-
dad was Sid, the neighbor, pulling up all the messed up.
There's all these there's alternate realities.
I also just wanted to get out that I think it would be funny if Woody rode Andy's mom's toy like a rodeo. They're like, is that a mechanical bull?
It's a mechanical something. Actually, it says on the side of it, bull.
It's like, then they're like, I also found a rabbit.
I don't understand that one.
Oh,
No.
your wife must not be very sad.
Well,
Look,
What's Woody's girlfriend's name in that? She's like, I want the.
isn't it Bo Peep?
She's like, I'm gonna train
No.
that. I'm gonna train that.
there is a little Bo Peep.
Yeah, but isn't that who he's always slamming?
I think.
I think initially he was. Didn't he like?
I don't think they were like.
I think
in
he
a
did.
relationship.
I think he did a couple smooth moves on Bo Peep, but then I think that a different cowgirl came in.
Yeah, the cowgirl, like
sure.
the female counterpart to Woody came in.
Yeah,
But I think
Jesse.
he found like his cultural equal.
did Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear, I think, there's a subtext that like, people are actually saying that he's gay. This really upset the right.
Oh
recently.
wait, nope. Jesse did get in a romantic relationship with Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Remember we were saying that he was gay? Wasn't that a thing?
Oh, she's a cover up.
Well, yeah, it's a beard, dude.
She's like, a man like that would never go for a cowgirl, a spaceman.
I mean, it does make sense if you're gay. It's like, oh, I like it as a rugged cowgirl.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a pretty good beard, you know, if you gotta have one.
Was she? I guess she was a cowgirl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she looked just like.
Well, I was thinking like somebody made reference. It's not that long ago where I found out there's a subsect of girls called horse girls.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, they look like cowgirls to me. And then they're like, no, that's a horse girl. And I was
they're,
like, what?
they're very sturdy.
But-
GG, but they're very sturdy ladies. You know what I mean?
Really? The horse girls I knew were not. They're all
Really?
skinny girls with long hair.
Wow.
Yeah, that's-
Western North Dakota is a different animal, dude.
Yeah. No, dude, almost every. I don't know if I know any like horse girls that are thicker ones.
Really?
All the
were-
ones
well-
that I know are like skinny, trim, just too into horses.
I guess they were riding mules.
or riding
GG.
rabbits.
GG.
obviously, but like very, you know. They had to ride Clydesdales.
The rodeo. Now, here's the thing: rodeo girls are sturdy,
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
but just girls that are really into horses,
Yeah.
are usually.
Well, also there just weren't very many of those around. Like that's such a like. Western North Dakota is way more equestrian than Eastern
Yeah.
North Dakota. You
Good
know?
word.
Actually, I think
yeah.
it's even more mid to
Sure.
upper north.
Sure. Yeah, out west, it's just like
You're not finding horse girls in Minot.
No, you're just finding meth.
Meth
Road
nut.
trip to Minot.
I love Minot, dude.
I've only been there once. It's the city of. It's like the gateway to the west.
I say it's the worst city in the worst state. That's what I think their slogan should be. No offense to all the people who are listening who live in the state.
There's a lot of them. It's like
Minot
22,000 of them.
Minot is like you'll go to a place and you'll like day drink and hang out, and it seems normal and fine, and then like 4 o'clock hits, and then you just hear the N word a lot. It just and by the way, it's only white people there.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. I've like some of the conversations I've had with folks like in Minot who like work like just like the most reprehensible conversations. Like right away I'm like, oh, this is a normal guy, and then like 10, 15 minutes in, I'm like, that is the biggest dirtbag I have ever met.
And a lot of them come from the Air Bears.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean,
The Air Bears.
The Air Bears.
that would be nice if we called our Air Force
The Air Bears.
enlistees the Air Bears.
There's probably a few bears in the Air Force.
Oh, there's got to be some Air Bears. That's for
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
buddy.
Do they still not ask and don't tell or something like that?
I think
I think that they ask and tell.
Yeah, I think now they're all about asking and telling. You
They're
know?
like, hey, yeah, we're into this.
Right?
And then they say, oh,
Yep.
okay, well. I've never been in the military, so I don't know.
I do kind of want to go to Limp Bizkit in Minot.
Yes.
Well, if there's a reason to go to Minot, like
Great reason.
I'm not. Yeah, right. I've never been there just on a whim. I have been there just to. Well, I was involved in a wedding that was in Minot,
Oh,
and it was.
you were the second husband?
Well, I mean, it wasn't official. Like, I just went there to.
Yeah, everyone gets to like
yeah,
get a little taste.
yeah. Take care. Like, yeah.
If it's a fun wedding, everyone kind of gets to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
No, there was. I've been to a couple weddings, but like we had a dollar dance
yeah.
with
Oh,
with the bride.
Yeah.
Dude.
And like I had to pay money to dance with the bride, and I
Yeah.
was like,
You slip in her waistband.
yeah, I think we had to. It was like in her leg
Yeah.
thing or
Dude,
something. And I
the,
was
the
like, what
weirdest thing, no, that's when they auction off the garter.
Well,
when they
I paid
auctioning
$1 and
off-
I had to dance with this lady, and I didn't.
Auctioning off the garter
anybody.
is one of the weirdest
Yeah.
things that they do, because then it's always like a weird uncle who does get
Yeah.
it. They're like,
He's like,
they're
I'm
like,
gonna do it with my teeth.
and the uncle will always be like, I gave $1,000 to get this
Yeah.
for you just to help you guys out. And it's like, now let me take it off with my teeth.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't think it's that weird though. Like I got the garter one time. I just immediately just smelled it, dude, and everyone looked at me all weird. I was like, I thought this was a fun wedding. Why is everyone looking at me like this?
Because she's standing there crying with no underwear on because she took the wrong piece of.
I balled up through my mouth.
Wait, if that's the garter, then what did I?
Just giant pantyhose. just trying to fit it all in.
Oh my gosh! Once there was at a wedding and she had a snake tied around her leg. It was
What?
a garter snake.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm such a fool. I didn't even get the joke. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah. It's like,
A
that's,
snake.
that's a Jelly Roll fan.
She sounds like a real charmer.
My husband was an excellent flute player. Is that what it's a flute or a clarinet or is it a recorder?
It's basically like a recorder, but I'm sure it's not called
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And how come they call it a recorder? It doesn't record.
That's exactly
anything.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nothing makes any sense.
It's called a pungy.
Pungy? Cool.
Pungi. Which
That
is
sounds like me if I don't take a shower for a couple days. I'm very punchy. Like, hey, is that? I can smell Mark Quay coming. He's pungy,
pretty pungy, growing some fungi.
jobby.
Feeling pungy. Throwing some pungy. That's a pretty sick bar, dude.
Yeah. Who's gonna grow some fungi at our diaper parties?
Oh yeah. Did you hear about our diaper bachelor party?
I heard a little bit of origami, a little bit of diaper party, and then somebody
origami.
origami, yeah. And it lasts for 7 days or something like that. And I was like, I kind of want an origami diaper.
Well, it depends how many people are there.
Yeah, one man gets free today.
Oh,
Yeah, and we just weigh the diapers each day, and whoever has the heaviest diaper,
heaviest diaper
gets
wins
to leave each day.
and leaves.
oh man.
Yeah.
Well, how much? Okay, let me ask. How much intake do we get?
Well, you're doing case races the entire time.
Yeah,
Oh, well. So you have to allow all the liquid to pass through and solids.
Well, that's this. I think solids are on the table.
Well, it'd have to be. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess if unless you're only
Yeah.
doing case races, then
Well, yeah.
you're
We're not,
only,
it's not gonna be
Yeah.
like food. It's like a cleanse, kind of. You know.
yep.
what kind of beer?
Depends what kind.
kind of case?
Keystone, I believe.
Oh man.
I think that we gotta throw a couple different flavors in there. You're gonna get sick of that.
We should do Imperial IPA.
Yeah,
Then there will be solids.
Just 9.8%.
That was a TV show, like a game show in Japan. I remember watching like weird game shows, and they had there was you drank. It was like as many beers as you can. I can't remember. Maybe it was like 3 beers, 4 beers. Then you had to sit in ice cold temperatures in like kiddie pool, and the first person to get out to go to the bathroom lost.
Yeah.
And they would know if you went to the bathroom or not. I don't know how, but you'd just be sitting in the pool, and then like you could see the dude, and it was I'm sure it was Japanese, and they were just like painful, like, and then they would just get out of the and then
Even
they'd
funnier
go.
if they're Japanese doing that.
Yeah. Well, you could get, I'm sure, Americans to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, Americans have much
Americans
less
are the
pride
dirtiest.
than any
Dude, you'd have a bunch of people doing that. Bunch of Jelly Roll fans.
Jelly Roll fans would do this in a heartbeat. This might be something they just do, like they're like tailgating, getting ready
Just
for the show.
yeah, they're in a kiddie pool, and like, I don't even get out of the kiddie pool, just
Yeah,
pee in it.
exactly.
NASCAR races. Actually, I heard that NASCAR races, like the couple days leading up to a NASCAR race, are some of the most fun times ever. It's just a huge
thoroughly
party in
believe
the
it,
front.
yeah.
We could probably bring Casey there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our sweet Casey. As
Sweet,
Blaise and
sweet
I are
Casey.
both courting her at the same time on the beach.
My
3 a.m. in the Keys. Vacillating between me like, you didn't do it, but hey, did you?
Yeah.
But also, did you do it?
In the keys with some keys.
Casey gets real drunk. Yeah. Like, I killed that baby.
I
What?
bet-
Oh, God, Casey, what did you just say?
Casey, my sweet Casey, don't.
it's like, baby, what? Baby?
Quit saying baby around me.
All of a sudden, we.
Does she have any other children?
I don't think
No, I don't. No,
That'd be crazy.
that would be crazy. That's actually probably the way that you are like. No, I wouldn't. Why would I? She should have got pregnant again and then
She
been like,
absolutely should have.
oh, but then giving that one away. She's like, see, I wouldn't kill it. I would do
yeah,
this
I,
with it.
obviously, I would do the same thing with the other one that I did with this one. Obviously, I would get it.
I thought she said she didn't do it.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
She maintains her innocence. And also,
But did she get in trouble for it?
God
No.
and the court of American law said she's innocent.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said that one of the things was they said that like her dad did it or so. There's some weird stuff.
Yeah, you know?
Really, it was a swap thing. Like she killed John Benet Ramsey, and John Benet Ramsey's parents came and killed Casey.
I think Casey Anthony is John Benet Ramsey.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. She's like, "How do you like it?"
What if
Like, oh.
Josh and I ended up partying with her and accidentally killing Casey Anthony? And then we both get sentenced to life. I'm like, what?
It's like,
But you'd get somebody would come in and pay your bail. Somebody would be like, "Finally, true American heroes," and then kind of like if somebody bombs an abortion clinic.
Why
they get
we
in
would have
trouble.
killed an innocent woman.
yeah,
Oh, yeah, according to the law.
pure of body and mind.
Yeah.
Pure body,
Pure woman.
pure
Pure.
mind. Man,
unsullied woman.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
Unsullied
sullied.
Sullivan.
She changed her name to Sullivan. Would you recognize Casey Anthony if she was here today?
From how much I've seen her recently, yes.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
She's got OF.
I think if I saw her,
For real?
does she?
Oh, I'm pretty sure she got OnlyFans. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's time to end this.
Yeah, we're gonna be back. I don't have OnlyFans, and I hear this a lot that there's other people on.
Sounds like something that Mark Quay would say if he was running an OnlyFans.
Sounds like he would say if he had a wife and kids. Oh wait, he does.
I don't it's weird because there's so much free stuff out there that it doesn't make sense to me.
Oh yeah, I've never paid for nothing.
Yeah,
No.
I can't.
Yeah,
couldn't
I ain't paid for
justify-
nothing. You
Yeah.
see,
That's what I tell my girlfriend. I
Not
ain't
a-
paid for nothing.
I'm
But I
paid
would-
for nothing. I'm saving up for the Jelly Roll concert.
Having one-on-one sessions with the Casey Anthony in the other room.
It's on your computer. Like, no, this is my girl Casey. She's just telling me how to go to Jelly Roll this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm FaceTiming Casey Anthony.
She already doesn't like me in Blaise. I'm like, we're just hanging out with Casey Anthony this weekend.
Oh, as long as somebody's there to keep you guys in check. Like, okay.
It's just me, Blaise, me, and Casey. All right, no big deal.
Oh,
She started her own brand of vodka. We're gonna try it out.
Yep.
Would you drink Kathy Anthony vodka?
Yeah.
it's a Caesar mix. It's a Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bloody Casey.
I don't want to get into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, that is actually about our time. We do got to stop. We do have
dang. Time with
a subscription. We have something going on here, though. If you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel,
Oh yeah.
if you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave comments on our videos for extra entries and stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
We have
phenomenal, crazy prize.
Yeah, 2 tickets to Theo Von.
You ever heard of him?
Oh, dang, dude. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
2 ticks.
So if you guys want to go to Theo Von in June 20th,
June 21st.
June
7:30
21st, well, this will run for what, 3 weeks?
I think so.
We'll probably
Yeah.
do 3. We'll do 3 weeks of this. If you guys subscribe, show us that you subscribed. You can subscribe, comment.
The openers.
We'll get
Casey
you
Anthony.
entries in
Yeah,
there.
Casey Anthony will be opening, so
It's like
Her legs for the OnlyFans
Yeah.
page. Yeah.
she's always.
Theo Von's just like, yeah, man, Casey should just.
Theo Von and Casey Anthony would probably make the best parents.
Yeah, he's like, Casey Anthony, man, she used to just come over and hang out, and I'd just buy her boxes of roses. Sometimes those roses would be cut in half. Just like her baby.
It's like your baby. No, there wasn't. It wasn't a.
I don't know. I think they found it in a bad spot.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it
Yeah.
can't be good.
Well, GG.
Yeah, GG guys.
GG.
Yeah, we'll fill you in.
Oh no.
Okay, see you next week. Toodaloo.
Casey Anthony next week.
Okay, see you later.